You've probably encountered people like this at some point in your life, or maybe you even have them around you right now. At first glance, they seem genuine, attentive, almost as if they truly care about you. They make you laugh in conversations, show you closeness, and everything appears calm and comfortable. But one day, everything suddenly changes. When you see their true face, the masks start to slip. That fake smile, that illusion of sincerity disappears. And in an instant, you realize these people no longer behave the way they used to with you. They feel uneasy around you, as if you've seen through them, as if you finally understand their game. Why does this change happen? The answer is simple. You've begun to see through their manipulations, hidden intentions and silent schemes. They realize you are no longer someone they can control, and that scares them. Now you might wonder, how do they behave when this happens? What tricks do they try? How do they test you? In this video, we'll reveal exactly that. You'll learn how all these tactics work, and more importantly, how to respond once you recognize them. This knowledge will make you stronger, mentally resilient, and more composed around such people. If you subscribe to our channel and like the video, it helps more people benefit from this content, which really motivates us. Don't forget to turn on the notification bell so you never miss our videos on topics like this. When manipulative people realize that you see through them, their first instinct isn't just to change their behavior toward you, it's to protect themselves. They immediately go on the defensive. Sometimes this is subtle. They choose their words carefully. Behind every sentence, there is a hidden purpose. It's as if you haven't noticed anything. But if you pay attention, every gesture, every glance, even the tone of their voice sends a message. I need to protect myself now. I've been exposed. Other times, their defense is more obvious. They may rush or even lie with nervous energy. You sense their discomfort immediately. Their words may become inconsistent, their actions contradictory. This is the clearest sign of defense. They are trying to maintain their mask, but no matter how hard they try, you can see through it. This moment is critical. Most people react emotionally in this situation. If you do the same, they'll see your weakness and continue their game. But according to Stoic philosophy, true power lies in silence and observation. Getting agitated, angry, or trying to expose them yourself means you are already participating in their game. In reality, this should be seen as an opportunity. If they go on the defensive, it tells you something important. You're on the right track. You've understood their intentions. You are no longer caught in their game. You've exposed them. There's more. Going on the defensive is a sign of their inner anxiety. They are afraid of revealing themselves. All their attention shifts to you, trying to prevent their true intentions from being seen. Your task in this moment is to stay calm. Observe their reactions carefully. Analyze their words and actions, but never respond emotionally. For example, imagine you are observing a colleague or a friend, and you notice that someone who was once relaxed around you now speaks more carefully, watches you more attentively, and moves with caution. This shows they have gone on the defensive because you understand their game. This is your moment of power. Keep your silence, observe everything, and don't react emotionally. As they reveal themselves, you gather more information. Every glance, word, and action shows you their true intentions. Remember, going on the defensive is a sign of their weakness. By staying calm, you are the one exposing them. They feel fear, but by remaining composed and objective, you hold the power in the situation. Your strength lies here, not in their reactions. So next time someone goes on the defensive in front of you, recognize it as a signal. You already understand their game. You can see their intentions, and your calm, intelligent reaction forces them to reveal even more. True power shows itself in these moments. You remain calm, observant, and objective, and they finally realize just how strong you are. Dear friend, when a person realizes that you see through them and understand their game, some people immediately resort to manipulation tactics. They use various methods to confuse your perception and mislead you. Sometimes this is subtle and almost invisible. For example, they leave small gaps in their words, present events differently, or act as if you are seeing things incorrectly. You are perceiving everything accurately, but they try to create confusion in your mind. This is one of their most typical manipulation tactics. You have already understood the game, yet they want to throw you off balance again. Other times, the manipulation is more overt. They try to shift the blame onto others, interpret events in their favor, and downplay or minimize what you observe. It may seem as if you are mistaken, but in reality, all your observations are correct. This situation tests a person's natural reaction. Some get angry, some anxious, but true strength is revealed in these moments. Stoic philosophy teaches us that the most important thing in such cases is to remain true to your principles. No matter how hard they try to confuse your mind, your goal must remain unchanged. Stay calm, remain objective, and do not fall into their game. No matter how complicated their manipulation is, your reactions should be simple and clear. Sometimes people do this openly. You say one thing, and they interpret it as if you misunderstood or blame someone else. If you react emotionally, they will use it, confuse you, and take control of the game again. But if you remain calm and simply observe, everything becomes clear. Manipulation tactics are also meant to test your resolve. They want to see how much you can endure, how long you can stay silent while observing. Every time you see through their game and respond with calm, you become stronger in their presence. You are no longer inside their game. You see it openly. Imagine a friend or colleague presents everything differently. You notice that they change their words to confuse you, narrate events differently. If you react emotionally, they achieve their goal. But if you remain calm and merely observe, the truth comes to light. They realize you are no longer in their game and that you see them clearly. This moment is critical. No matter how strong the manipulation, it must not disturb your calm. They try to confuse you, but by staying objective and observing everything, you see the game clearly and expose them. Every attempt at manipulation gives you additional information, revealing their intentions, fears, and tricks. True strength emerges here, not falling for others' manipulations, remaining calm and staying true to your principles. They may continue their game, but you're already the calm, intelligent, and in-control party. This is their real fear. They cannot control you. In some cases, when malicious people realize you see through them and their intentions, they resort to attack. This attack may not be physical, it can be verbal, behavioral, or energetic. They use various methods to intimidate, confuse, assert dominance, and regain control. Sometimes this is overt. They verbally criticize, belittle, or blame you, watching your every move and waiting for the smallest mistake. Other times, the attack is more subtle, cold stares, short and closed responses, small actions meant to diminish you. They try to disturb you, to break your inner calm. But according to Stoic philosophy, true strength is revealed in these moments. Not taking attacks personally and protecting your inner calm is crucial. No matter how much pressure they exert, your inner world does not depend on them. Their words and actions cannot disturb your true strength. For example, a colleague or acquaintance criticizes you or blames you as if you are mistaken. If you react emotionally and get upset, that is their game. But if you remain calm and merely observe, every word and action exposes their weakness. Attacking comes from their fear. They see that you are no longer under their control. They cannot manipulate you anymore. This fear can make them even more aggressive and pressuring. But by staying calm and observing, you expose them. Their attacks serve as a warning. You already see their intentions. Sometimes attacks are psychological. They try to manipulate or make you doubt yourself. Your true power, however, depends not on others' reactions but on your own inner world. Staying silent, objective, and composed confuses them and forces them to reveal themselves even more. Many people become confused in these moments, react emotionally, and try to manage the situation. But Stoic philosophy teaches that true power lies not in changing others' behavior but in maintaining your inner calm. No matter how aggressively they approach you, they cannot disturb your tranquility. Every attack can make you stronger if you handle it correctly. Attacks reveal their fear, weakness, and intentions. Every time they come at you, you simply observe, remain silent, and demonstrate your true strength. This disrupts their game, confuses them, and exposes them. Remember, if they attack, it's already a warning for you. You have seen through their game. They see your strength, but by staying calm and objective, you observe everything, and this only makes you stronger. Sometimes, when people realize you've recognized them in their game, they don't just go on the defensive or attack. They also start to feel inner discomfort and guilt. This is a fascinating and revealing stage, because their outward behavior now reflects their internal state. They can no longer control themselves. Those hidden intentions, those sneaky games, those masked deceptions, all start to surface. They see that you understand them, that you see the intention behind every gesture and every word. From that moment, their internal anxiety begins. Naturally, this affects their behavior. They act more unstable, more confused, and sometimes lost. Sometimes this anxiety is obvious. Their words stumble. Their eyes follow you as if you can read their every move. They perceive themselves as deceitful manipulators, and this realization stresses them even more. They struggle to maintain their masks. Sometimes this anxiety is subtler. Silent gestures, fleeting glances, uneasy smiles, all signs of inner guilt. They can no longer hide their game because you see their intention. They expose themselves even if they don't admit it. At this stage, most people react emotionally. They become angry, anxious, or appear indecisive and confused. But according to Stoic philosophy, your silence and objectivity are your greatest strength. Their inner tension should not affect you. By staying calm and observing, you can see their game clearly. For example, a coworker or acquaintance seems a bit unsettled around you. They used to act relaxed, but now their words falter, their gaze is tense, and their movements are unstable. The reason is simple. They can no longer hide their game, and you can see it. Your observation exposes their inner tension. How should you interpret this? First, their inner anxiety is a warning for you. It's a clear sign of their fear, guilt, and manipulation. Second, by staying calm, you can see their behavior objectively. Your reaction can expose them even further. You are no longer part of their game. You are the observer, and every action gives you information. True strength emerges here. Other people's inner tension should never affect you. No matter how confused, guilty, or disoriented they appear, you must remain calm and observe everything. This breaks their game, exposes them, and demonstrates your power. So next time someone shows signs of inner anxiety and guilt, recognize it. It's already a warning. You understand their intention. You see their game. If they are anxious inside, your calm and objective stance exposes them even more, letting you control the situation. Sometimes when bad people realize you've seen through them, their behavior shifts sharply. These shifts usually take two forms. They either withdraw or apply even more pressure. Both stem from their weak character, fear, and confusion. When they withdraw, they may seem as if they are trying to confuse you, as if saying, "I won't get close to you now. You've already seen my intention." This is a sign of their fear and self-preservation instinct. They understand that you won't react as before, that you are no longer part of their game, and they try to maintain control by keeping their distance. At this moment, many people make a common mistake. They immediately go on the defensive, panic, and you react emotionally. But according to Stoic philosophy, this is exactly where your power emerges. Staying calm and observing their actions objectively. Their withdrawal should neither surprise nor anger you. Just watch and see what's happening. They are afraid, uneasy, and unsure how to present themselves. Now consider the other side. Sometimes they don't withdraw. Instead, they increase the pressure. In this case, their goal is to influence you. Through words, actions, and sometimes subtle, hidden ways, they try to intimidate you or keep you under stress. They act this way to hide their own weakness. But in reality, these behaviors reveal their confusion. In such situations, most people become angry, defensive, or even respond with rage. But true strength lies here: remaining silent, staying calm, and not falling into their game. Your aim is not to be affected by their behavior, but to observe it. No matter how much pressure they apply, you are no longer part of the game. There is a lesson to be learned from both situations. From those who withdraw, you learn the extent of their fear and weakness. From those who apply pressure, you understand that their true goal is to control you, but you no longer allow it. This is, as the Stoics teach, the most important moment to protect your inner strength. Sometimes manipulative people set traps in a quieter, more subtle and more calculated way. Previously, they attacked you directly, they slandered, isolated, became aggressive and lied. But they see that these actions no longer affect you. You have already seen through their games, exposed their masks. When this happens, they continue their game, but now the roles change. At this stage, they no longer threaten you openly. Instead, they present a performance under a veil of sincerity. They pretend they have changed. They act as if they understand their past mistakes, feel remorse, and are burdened by guilt. They may even cry or blame themselves for losing you, all to convince you. This is a skillfully crafted game. This time the goal is not to scare you, but to soften you. They understand that you won't fall into the same trap again, but your compassion, desire to give people a second chance, and thoughts like maybe they really have changed become their next weapon. At this point, they appeal to your emotions. The scene may look something like this. I'm not the same as before. I've thought a lot. I've changed. I've understood my mistakes. I don't want to go back to those days. I was unfair to you. I cannot forgive myself. After you left, I realized someone like you will never come again. These words can sound so convincing that a voice inside says, maybe they really have changed. Maybe I can give them a chance. But be careful. Is this change genuine, or is it the next manipulation? Stoic philosophy warns us, do not be deceived by words. Judge people by their actions, not by what they say. If this change exists only to bring you back, if there is no real and lasting transformation in their behavior, if they return to their previous harmful habits, they haven't truly changed. This is a mask, and beneath this mask, their intention remains the same, to control you. Thus it becomes clear that when bad people realize you have seen through them and recognize their intentions, they may behave in very different ways. Sometimes they go on the defensive, carefully choosing words, even lying to protect themselves. Sometimes they manipulate, trying to confuse you or shift the blame. Sometimes they attack, criticizing, insulting, or using sneaky behaviors to intimidate you. Sometimes they feel guilty and experience inner unrest. In some cases, they may test you by either withdrawing or applying more pressure. All these behaviors reveal their weak character, fear, and confusion. When they realize they cannot control you and that their games have been exposed, they panic or resort to different strategies. But here, you must remember that your inner strength does not depend on their actions. Stoic philosophy teaches us that in such moments, the most important thing is to preserve your inner calm and principles. You cannot change their behavior, but you can fully control your own reactions. Remaining silent, being objective, and carefully observing their actions strengthens you emotionally and disrupts their games. Remember, your power does not lie in uncovering others' intentions, but in responding with calmness and wisdom. Their words and actions cannot control you. Their fear, pressure, and manipulation are merely external events. Your inner peace, however, cannot be shaken by anyone. In these situations, pay attention and ask yourself, how can I remain calm in this moment? What are my principles and how should I act? Finding the answers to these questions will make you stronger, because true power lies not in reacting, but in acting correctly and wisely. Every encounter is a lesson. Observe them, understand their behaviors, but never fall into their games. Your goal is to preserve your inner calm, remain strong, and always act with wisdom. Remember, toxic people test your inner peace, but you possess the strength to prevail in this test. The more you see their games, the more maintaining your silence and principles at every step will bring you true freedom and inner strength. Finally, if you found this video helpful, you can help more people benefit from this knowledge by subscribing to the channel, liking and sharing the video. Inner strength and calmness are not only for you, they set an example for those around you. Our discussion on this topic will continue in the next video. With love from the Stoic Pavilion channel.